All righty. Morning. Good to see everyone. It's good to see a nice group of brave souls that come out to the park this morning. I know most of you. I know all of you. I'm Tommy. I'll be guiding you through your practice this morning. Today we're going to get into just some core breath work, kind of getting that synergy going, and then using that in some balance postures today. And balance is something that everyone can struggle with at different points depending upon how intense it is. So we're just going to kind of work into it, make it accessible. We'll push ourselves a little bit if you'd like to. Obviously, rest when you need to. Take care of yourself. Any injuries, please modify. So we're just going to come to a comfortable seat. Sukhasana. If you'd like to go hero's pose, sit yourself up on a blanket or a block. Just get a little bit of tilt in that pelvis. And as always, begin our practice just with checking in with the breath. So just let the eyes fall closed. And first, just noticing the breath. Just a slight, slow, deep inhale through the nose, over the back of the throat, down into the belly. And a nice, slow exhalation out the nose. We talked about this a little bit last week. Is sometimes we say, take a deep breath, and we tend to sort of use this external force to take that deep breath. So that can tighten some of the lung tissues, the abdomen. What we want to do is the opposite of that. So as we say, take a deep breath, just do it slowly, gradually, and start to draw that inhalation out and that exhalation out to a count of 4 or 5. Not trying to force anything, not trying to use too much external force, keeping the tissues of the ribs and the lungs soft. As we soften, then we can find just a little bit more space in that breath. Begin to focus on the exhale, maybe lengthening that out a second or two longer than the inhale. You can do that by, as you get to the bottom of the exhale, just gently squeezing the lower ribs down and in. Just squeezing out just a little bit of that stale, stagnant energy you might be holding on to. And that gives you just a little bit more room to absorb that next slow, gradual breath in. And to connect with the breath. Begin to shift that consciousness from being the busy, monkey-minded doer, the ego. Leave that behind, and we shift to the subtle, conscious observer. Just notice if you're holding any tension in the body. Check in with the brow, just soften the crease. Just a little wiggle in the jaw, release the jaw, soften the throat. And then just subtle micro movements connecting with the breath. As we inhale, we find a little bit more length in the spine and reach in the crown. And that slow, gradual exhale, just feel the shoulders start to pull away from the ears a little bit more. You can kind of roll them up and back and down. Just a slight broadening through the chest and clavicles. And then just feel that connection point with the root, the tailbone, connecting with the earth, the pelvis, feeling that support. Just continue with that rhythmic, soft, gradual breath. Let that breath be your guide throughout your practice this morning. It'll let you know when you need to rest and back off. If you push yourself, it'll be there to keep you in check and balance. And it'll also be there if you start to get pulled out of the moment. It'll be there to ground you and just remind you you have everything you need right here in this moment alone. Take a deeper breath, nice and slow. Just drawing the breath into the sides of the ribs, softening the tissues. Next breath, take a deep breath into the back side of the body. down into the kidneys. And as I mentioned, exploring our core breath connection. We want to think of the core as a 360-degree cylinder, not just about the gut, not just about the abs, but the sides of those ribs, the lower back, the entire trunk of the tree, providing that stability in our asana today. So I'll take one more slow, gradual, deep breath in. A nice, slow, deep exhale out. Softly blink the eyes open. Good morning, everybody. All right, let's get right into it. We'll go ahead and roll over the ankles, or you can come off to the side. We're going to come directly into tabletop position. Get ourselves set up with our shoulders lined up over the wrists. We've got our hips lined up over the knees. We'll tap the tops of the feet a couple times, wake up those anchors. Press down into the tops of the feet nice and firmly. And we'll go ahead and start rocking through some cat cows. Tailbone lifts. Nice opening through the heart and chest. The belly button draws down to the mat. So you have a nice arch in that back. Take a deep breath in, nice and slow and gradual. And on the exhale, push the floor away. Spread the shoulder blades apart so there's no space in between them, and draw that gaze down into the belly. Belly button draws back towards the spine, so a slight little engagement there. And then just move with the breath. Inhale, rocking up. Find space in the chest. Exhale. Gaze comes down and in. Press into those tops of the feet. Just rock up. Move at your pace. If you'd like to add on anything else, maybe a little swaying of the hip side to side, look over the shoulder. Just get more. One more round here. Just exploring that 360-degree core. So feel that lower back fire up. Come up. On the exhale, feel that belly start to engage and fire up. All right, let's take it back to center. We'll go ahead and kick out through the left foot. Press that heel directly out from the hip point. Feel that lower belly start to engage and fire up. Push the floor away. We'll take a deep breath in here. On the exhale, push the floor away. Draw that knee towards the outer left elbow. Squeeze it in. Feel that on the side obliques. Inhale, lengthen, crown comes up, gaze forward. Exhale, knee into the nose, push the floor away to find a little bit more space. Inhale, find length. Let's go one more time. Exhale, outside. Maybe you even want to extend the leg out. Take it back, one more. Exhale, draw it in. And we'll go ahead and step it back. We're going to take a modified side plank here. Walk the fingertips back in a little bit. We'll place that right hand directly under the face. And then go ahead and swing that right leg out so you have that little kickstand here. Toes facing forward as much as possible. Go ahead and stack up the shoulders. Take a deep breath in. You want to push up and out of that shoulder. You want to feel that on those right ribs. As you take a deep breath into the left side. Maybe you kind of play around with a little balance. Just pop up that toe. Just waking everything up. Take one more breath here. And exhale, bring the hand down, walk it around to the front, and we're just going to come up into a cross gate. So set that foundation. Inhale and lift. Extend up through the torso. Exhale, slide the left hand down the leg. We'll take that right arm up and over. Deep breath into the side of the right ribs. And exhale, we'll take it all the way down. Work yourself back around to the front of the mat. Square the legs back off, the hips back off. And we'll take that series to the other side. Extend out with the right leg, belly fires up, push out through that heel, toes are face down. Big breath in here, nice, slow, gradual. Exhale, push the floor away, take that to the outside elbow. Move with the breath. Inhale, lengthen, find space, gaze up. Exhale, knee to nose, knee to nose, push the floor away. Do that one more time. Inhale, find length. Exhale to the outside. Maybe you kick it out, extend it. Take it back one more time. Exhale, draw it in. All right, kick that right leg back. We'll move to that modified side plank. Set that left arm up, or left hand under the face. Go ahead and set up that little kickstand. And inhale, draw the boat up, stack up through the shoulders, push that floor away. Drawing those left ribs up and in. Maybe you kind of play with a little tap of balance here. Fire up that core. Use those muscles in the low back, side ribs, and the belly. One more breath here. Exhale, hands come down. We'll walk it back around. Take that side gate, second side, toes face forward. Walk yourself up. Inhale, lift. Find some lift in that abdomen here. Then on the exhale, slide the hand down. And the arm comes up and over. Take a little hamstring wake up. Side body work. All right, one more breath here. Exhale, we'll bring it up. Bring it on over. Bring it back to center. All right, walk the fingertips forward. Tuck the toes under. We'll push it all the way back to our first downward dog. Take your time. Pedal out one leg at a time so you can shorten up the stance on one foot. And then the other. Stretch out those calves. Take a moment here, focus on the arms, fingertips spread nice and wide, and then roll those elbow creases forward. So we're turning those elbow creases forward like headlights, zipping in those triceps towards the ear. Come up onto the balls of the feet as the tailbone lifts. Take a deep breath in, nice and slow. And on the exhale, gently exhale and melt your heels down to whatever degree feels good. Take a deep breath into the back. On the exhale, as you melt down through your heels a little bit more, kind of draw your heart back towards the legs a little bit. It's kind of a weird cue, but just finds a little bit more length in that back. Just push your heart space towards your knees a little bit more to deepen that stretch. All right, wonderful. Deep breath in here. Exhale, let it all go. Let's inhale, left leg up to the sky, push out through that heel. Come up onto the ball of the right foot. Deep breath in. On the exhale, draw that elbow to the outside, or knee to the outside elbow. Inhale it back up. Exhale, knee to nose. Push the floor away to find some extra space. Take it up one more time. Exhale, knee to nose, and we're going to take it right into a low lunge. So go ahead and drop that foot down. Drop the back knee, and then kind of scooch that foot up with the heel as much as you need to line that knee up right over the ankle. All right, coming into low lunge, lengthen out through that back foot, kind of take a look back on it that it's not cockeyed. And then just a little rotation of the hips so that tailbone drops down. So just a little draw up of the hip points down through the tail. Let's inhale, arms up. Deep breath in. On the exhale, we're going to take a high twist. So take that right hand across the left thigh. Roll that back shoulder back. You can bring it to the sacrum, give you a little bit more tilt. you want to deepen a little bit more, you can slide that backhand down the thigh and take the front arm up and over, just a little gentle back bend if you like. Stay for a breath. We'll go ahead and take that right elbow to the outside of that knee. Palms come together, press the heels of the hands, and use that leverage to draw that left shoulder back, coming into a little bit of a deeper twist. All right, wonderful. Stay for one breath here. And on the exhale, we'll release the palms down. Place the right hand down. We're going to come into a full side plank or take that modified side plank. So we're going to take that left leg back. Take the same modification if you need to, or that right leg acting as a kickstand. Or extend both legs out. Push up and out of that right shoulder. So pull the right ribs up and in. Left arm stacks over. Forearm plank available as well, or side plank. Maybe that left leg comes up for a little bounce. Use the back. Use the sides of the ribs. Use the breath. All right, one more breath. Come out of that as gracefully as we can. Come into plank pose. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Take a little rest here. Child's pose if you need it. Deep breath into the back. Nice, slow and gradual. Nice, long exhale. Take the right leg up and back. Deep breath in. On the exhale, draw the knee to the outside elbow. Send it back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to nose. One more time. Inhale, lift. This time, exhale, knee to nose. Push that floor away. Find some space for that leg to creep up. Heel toe that foot up. Set up that foundation. Check the back leg. Lengthen out to that back thigh. Top of that foot is our anchor and the front big toe. Little tilt in the pelvis. Hip points come up, tailbone down. Inhale, lift up and rise. Take a deep inhale here. Nice and easy. On the exhale, take that twist. Left hand comes across the thigh. Roll the back shoulder back. Place it across the sacrum to give yourself a little bit more leverage in that back twist. Stay here. Deepen if you'd like with a little back bend, dropping down the thigh. Inhale back up. Elbow crosses across the knee. Palms together. Push into the heels of the hands and use that leverage. Take the gaze over the right shoulder. Deep breath here. Exhale, we'll unwind. Plant the left hand under the face. Send that right foot back. Modify as you need to, or come directly into that second side plank. You're pushing up and out, left rib pulled up and in. Maybe float the right foot. Use the core. Higher trunk of the tree. Take it down. Windmill hands down. Let's all take a child's pose here. Toes to touch, knees come wide. Work your hips backwards towards the heels first. And then walk the fingertips out, maybe tent the fingers, find some space for the heart to sink and melt down. Deep breath into the back. Exhale, melt, let it go. One more breath here. All Let that go. And walk fingertips back in, bring the knees back together. Walk the fingertips forward, push back up to downward facing dog. We'll just go ahead and walk up towards the palms here. All right, take a look at the feet. Big toes down, fan the rest of the toes out nice and wide. Stretch your toes from the base of the foot all the way out to the tips so they have nice firm contact. Let's inhale, halfway lift, Ardha. Thighs back, crown of the head forward. Kind of extend that torso out as much as you can. We were talking about this last week, kind of like one of those bendy straws. Just see if you can find like a little quarter inch, half inch there. Just extend that crown forward, pushing the thighs back. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, melt and fold. Grab for opposite elbows. We'll draw those elbows down, find a little bit more length in that back. All right, go ahead and release. We're going to inhale and start to roll ourselves up one vertebrae at a time. Draw that energy up through the legs. Roll shoulders up and back. Reach out left and right. Extend the fingertips out from the shoulder points. We'll go ahead and lift up. Hips slightly forward, just a gentle back bend here. Good morning. Deep breath in. Close the eyes, exhale. Let those palms slide down to heart center. Mountain pose, Tadasana. All right, nice firm foundation in our toes, heels, slight draw up and in of the kneecaps. Heart shining forward, crown lifting up. Just take the hands out, put them on the hips. So just another slight variation. We were talking about this last week too. Strengthening and kind of engaging that core doesn't mean tightening the belly, but if you rotate the hips just a little bit, where you rotate the tailbone down and the hip points up, everything's just going to kind of firm up all right here. They're going to kind of plug in and you're going to feel a nice little energy there. So just a little tuck of that tail, hip points rotating in. Those lower ribs come down and in, going to help us in our balance. All right, palms together. Let's kind of play with some balance here. You can close the eyes. I like to kind of close the eyes here and just play around with just rotating in a circle. If you got some vertigo or anything going on, you might want to keep the eyes open, the gaze soft. But just exploring the various contact points, coming into the toes, the sides of the feet, back into the heels. It's kind of like a pendulum swinging around that center line of the body. Go both directions. Finding our contact point before we just start jumping into balances, right? All right. From here, let's root down into the right foot. Go ahead and extend out through the right heel. Toes come slightly up. Just a gentle sort of lean back. Press those palms together so you're going to get that energy zipped up into that center line of the body. Press out through that heel. Gaze can be soft down at the ground. The more it comes up, a little bit more challenging it's going to be. Fall out of it, just come back in. Inhale here. On the exhale, we're going to shift forward. Heel comes slightly back. Press out through the heel. Feel the heart come forward. Feel that low back start to fire up. Back up. Tiptoe it out to the side. Let's take the arms up and extend them out to the right. Maybe palms together. Interlace the finger. And then just kind of tiptoe that toe out. Maybe float it up. It's very subtle, accessible balance poses. We don't need to do anything super crazy to feel the body engage here. All right, let's bring it back to center. Shake that one out. Let it all go. All right, second side. Root, spread the toes, root the ankles. That little tilt in the pelvis. Palms together. All right, shift the weight to the left. So toe it up. Extend out through the heel. Maybe a little lean back. Feel that core fire up. Sides of the ribs. A little shake going on is good. Send it back. Back up, tiptoe to the side, extend those arms up and out, find length, and then just play around just that little balance. And you can have a little bend in that left knee as well. You don't have to be locked out. Back up, shake all that out. Roll the shoulders up and back, interlace the palms together, draw the knuckles down. Let the heart come forward. Deep breath in here. On the exhale, hinge forward. If that's a little too much on the shoulders, you can also just grab for opposite forearm. Slight claps there. Or you can just put the hands to the sternum, fold yourself forward. If you have those knuckles in a bind, take them up and over the back. Bend the knees a lot. Inhale here. And then exhale, straighten the legs, whatever degree feels good by pressing the thighs back. All right. Release the palms. Inhale, halfway lift, thighs back. Exhale, fold down again. Inhale, going to bring you all the way back to standing. And palms back towards center. All right, let's get into our first sort of balance flows here. Shift the weight over into the right leg and draw the left knee up and in. So just as we did before, get all that engagement going. Where's the breath? What's going on? You fall out of it, no problem. All right, squeeze the thighs together. Inhale here. Exhale, we're going to begin to tip forward and send that heel back. We're going to come into a crescent pose. If you land kind of funky, take a moment and readjust yourself, right? We want that knee lined up over the ankle. Put a little bend in that back knee, and then begin to firm that kneecap up and in by pressing out through that back heel. That little tilt in the pelvis, tails down, hip points up. Inhale, we're going to lift and rise. On the exhale, we're going to lean the crown forward, fingertips come back, reach forward with the chest. Got a little bit of space between that belly and thigh if you can. Inhale, back up. Crescent lunge. Do that one more time. Lean it forward. Fingertips back, roll shoulders back, and squeeze the shoulder blades together. Pressing into that front big toe. Inhale one more time, crescent lunge. Draw the palms down towards heart center. This time we're going to lean forward. We're going to come into warrior three. So you can kind of tiptoe that back foot, otherwise just jump right into it. Send the crown forward the weight of the head. If you need a block, this is a great spot for a block. 2 blocks, whatever you need. Have a nice little bend in that front knee. That back leg's going to want to sort of draw open, so you want to draw the toes down so the hips level towards the ground as much as possible. The palms are on blocks, palms are at heart center. Maybe you go airplane arms. And then the most difficult is to draw the palms forward and kind of balance and hold all that together. So lots of different options. Hold, squeeze it in for one more breath. Slowly make your way out of it. Place the palms down. Step it back to plank pose. Push out through those heels. Reach forward with the crown. Take a deep breath here. On the exhale, we'll lower down knees, chest and chin. Keep the elbows drawn in. Come all the way down to the belly. Draw the arms back underneath the shoulders, elbows in, just a gentle cobra. Feel that low back fire up. Deep breath in here. On the exhale, crown comes down. Push back up to knees, tuck toes. We'll meet in downward dog. All right, good job, everybody. Deep inhale here. Exhale, let it all go. Left leg comes up and back. Exhale, send it forward. And we'll draw back up, crescent lunge, second side. Bend that back knee. Firm it up by pressing out through the heel and drawing that kneecap up and in. Ooh, the bugs just showed up, didn't they? All right. Inhale, rise. Exhale, reach forward with the crown, roll shoulders back, fingertips back towards that heel. Inhale, back up. One more time, inhale here. Exhale, reach it forward. Inhale, up, one more time. Palms to heart center. We're gonna come into that warrior three. So if you need to kind of shorten up your stance, go for it. If you need to get your blocks ready, go for it. Otherwise, push off. A little bend in that front knee, push out through that heel. Like I said, that hip's gonna want to roll over. So roll that right hip point down. A little bend in that front knee if you need it. Play around with any arm placement that feels good. Where's the breath? What are we engaging? Try not to hold anything. So trying not to like hold the breath as you engage the belly or the rest of the core. All right, stay for one more breath here. Go ahead and drop it back, crescent lunge one more time. Exhale, send it down. Step it to your plank. Lower knees, chest, and chin. You want to take a full chaturanga, shoot out over those wrists with the crown. Keep those elbows drawn in as you come down halfway. Let's come all the way to the belly here. Rock back and forth on those hips. Let's take a sphinx pose. Slide the elbows underneath the shoulders. Rock back and forth, lengthen out through the thighs and the tops of those feet. Stretching out the front side of the body. The more you stretch out the front side of the body, the easier those back bends are going to come. All right. Pressing up out of the shoulders. Down comes forward. A little pull of the heart space through the shoulders here. Deep, slow, gradual breath in. Exhale, look over the left shoulder. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale back to center. One more breath here. Lower back engaged. Exhale, slide the hands back. Just push up. Come all the way back. Let's take a small child's pose this time. So knees are somewhat together. Toes are touching. Go ahead and send the arms back alongside the legs. Wrap the backs of the heels. A nice counter to some of those back bends. Take a deep breath into the low back there. Deep breath into the low back. Let it all go. The walk, our fingertips back up. Johnny, give me a time check. 8:50. All right, we got time. Walk the fingertips forward. Push it back. We'll take it back to downward facing dog. All right. Inhale, lift up through the tail. Exhale, melt down through the heels. Nice, deep, slow breath in. On the exhale, step, hop, or float yourself forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, begin to roll yourself up. Roll the shoulders up and back. Reach out left and right. All the way up. Stand. Gentle back bend. And palms down to heart center. Close the eyes. So slight engagement points. Knees drawing up and in. That little tilt in the tailbone. Heart shining forward, crown lifting. There's two opposite forces at work. Rooting, reaching, and that breath uniting the two. Just letting some of that energy cascade down through the body. It's filtering down into internal organs, cleansing it. Just notice how you feel. All right, wonderful. Softly blink the eyes open. Just take it to a tree pose. Doing some good balance work. All those same properties. Let's go ahead and spread out that left foot. Stretch those toes from the base of the ball of the foot out to the tips of those toes. Press the palms together. Go ahead and take that tree pose by opening the hip. And you can kickstand just right here on the ankle. Maybe you're just going right on the shin. You get the same benefits. You get that same engagement wherever you go. You want to slide it up to the inside of the thigh, just not on the knee. Tuck that tail so you feel those front abdominals tighten up, not tighten up, activate. But be careful with your cues sometimes. Say tighten and people are going, ugh. Breath is going. Wristy gaze is soft. Maybe the arms come out to the sides. Maybe they come up. Gentle push in of that ankle or the heel into the thigh. Connection point. Find some length in that torso. Maybe the gaze starts to come up. Some nice strong trees out here at the park. Beautiful, right? Come out of it slowly, mindfully, gracefully, set it down, shake it out. Wonderful. So yeah, it's just like playing around with some of those little steps to get there, right? Sometimes I can't do that balance, I can't do the tree, I can't do whatever, but it's like just taking in steps, work our way up, know where we're headed, and we can get there. Okay, second side, open that hip up. Slide it up to whatever degree is comfortable on the shin, inner thigh. The hips are super open. You can kind of come into a half lotus here. Extend out your branches. Find some lift and reach up through the crown. Feel that spine lengthen. How's the trunk of the tree? Feel that low back working just a little bit. Size. Breath. Pause for another breath. Unwind. Slide out of it. Shake it all out. Wonderful. All right, let's flow it out one more time here. Tadasana mountain pose. Nice firm foundation. Draw that left knee up and in. Inhale here. Exhale, send it back. Warrior three one more time. Just for a moment. And go ahead and send it back and place it down coming into warrior two. So back leg is, or back foot is perpendicular to the mat. We got heel to arch alignment here. Roll those inner thighs and open them up. Tuck that tailbone down so we're not hunching forward. Roll the shoulders open. Reach the fingertips out from the shoulder points and exhale, sink down. Nice deep breath in here. Sink a little deeper on that exhale. Take it to extended side angle, option block. Okay, because we want that left shoulder up, back. So you can press against that sternum and roll that shoulder back. Spin those left ribs up and out. Stack up the shoulders. Take that left arm up in front of the face and then over the top of that ear. Just feel a little bit of an extension out from that left ankle. So kind of feel, just you can pull up and out of that ankle, maybe a little quarter inch, just find a little bit more extension and length. Nice line of energy from the edge of that back foot all the way up and out over those fingertips. Deep breath in. Exhale, we'll let it go. Use that core strength, not the weight of your head. Bring yourself back up, warrior two. Inhale here. Exhale, windmill it down. Step it back to plank. Vinyasa of your choice, either knees, chest, chin, or if you want to take full chaturanga dandasana. Back bend of choice. Cobra, Sphinx, up dog. And we'll meet back in downward dog. Take a child's pose if you need it. Be here for 2 breaths. Inhale, find length. Exhale, root, find ground. We got one more time, one more breath here. Exhale, let it all go. Left leg up and back. Exhale, send it forward, plant it down. Coming into warrior two, second side. Line it up. Front heel all the way back to the arch of the foot. Then again, those inner thighs, roll them up and out. You can also do that by pressing into that back ankle and just rolling that kneecap outwards. You'll feel that inner thigh kind of rotate and open up. Open up through the shoulders, stretch them out. We tend to kind of lean more towards the front. Maybe reach back with that back hand a little bit. Exhale, sink it. Stay for another breath. Sink a little deeper. Then when you're ready, transition over to that extended side angle. Elbow to knee, hand to back block, various options. Take that right arm up in front of the face and then over the ear. Find that little pull up and out of that back ankle. Find a little bit more space. One more breath. Core strength, side ribs, bring yourself back up. Warrior two, one breath. Deep inhale. Exhale, windmill it all the way down. Take one more vinyasa here. Doing that full chaturanga, make sure you keep those elbows drawn in nice and close so you're not working in those shoulders too much. Lower down halfway. Back bend of choice. Exhale all the way back down dog. All right. Take a deep breath in. Wind it down here in a few, guys. Step it forward. Take a chair pose just because. Squeeze those thighs together. Lift that chest. Exhale, fold. Go ahead and bend the knees. Come all the way down. Take the feet forward and come into staff pose. Grab yourself some water. How are we doing, Johnny? About 15 minutes? Okay. All right. Everybody doing good? The sun got me. All right. Wonderful. All right, guys. All right. If you have a blanket available, you want to sit yourself up on that. Love using those blankets. Forward folds gives you just a little bit more tilt in that hip. All right. So take a moment, get in front of those sit bones. Kind of Reach back and pull the thighs and the booty flesh out of the way a little bit. Sitting back, you're not going anywhere, so we want to be in front of those. Press out through those heels, draw the thighs down, toes come back towards the knees. We're going to inhale, lift and rise. Find a little bit more length in that torso before you fold. We don't want to crunch the shoulders around the ears so they're firm in the shoulder girdle. We're just finding a little bit more length in that torso. Deep breath in. Reach those fingertips out, forward, extend out with the crown, begin to fold yourself down in it. Keep those toes active, drawing back towards the knees. You can have a little bend in those knees if you need. You're just grabbing for whatever you can get a hold of. Tops of the thighs, shins, maybe the sides of the feet. Big toes with peace fingers. Inhale, maybe come up just for a moment, find a little bit more length. Reach forward with that crown. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, round and fold back in. Right. Go ahead and drag that left heel in. Bring it into the inner thigh. Left thigh opens up. Keep that right foot active. Inhale, lift and rise. Find that length. Exhale, reach, fold. Hinge at the hips. Kind of wiggle the hips a little more side to side. Maybe there's another 1/8 of an inch in there. You want to deepen that a little bit. You grab for the outer edge of that right foot with the left hand. Take a little twist. Sink back in. Stay for one more breath. Exhale, begin to walk the fingertips back in. All right, so we're going to drag the front heel in just a little bit. We're going to go ahead and slide the left leg through and bring that heel over to the right glute. We're going to take that front leg, we're going to bend it, we're going to bring it back, and we're going to place that ankle right kind of on top of that inner left foot. So we're coming into sage twist here, which is a little different than some of the other twists, but I kind of like it. It's not too intense. We're going to inhale and lift. On the exhale, twist from the base of the spine. And to walk fingertips back around, roll that left shoulder back. And then go ahead and use the back of the hand, the right hand on that left thigh. And then look over that left shoulder. If that's a little intense on the knees, sit up on a block. That'll give you a little bit more lift as well. Inhale, find a little more length. Exhale, twist a little deeper. And gently unwind yourself. All right. Go ahead and grab a block. We're going to drag that left leg forward, and we're going to bring a block right underneath the right hip. So that right leg is going to be bent back towards you. If that's super intense on your knee, if that's too much, you're sitting up on the block. Actually, you can have it across both hips if you need it. If that's too intense, you can kind of go back to the open hip. So this is 3-limb stretch. So if that's okay on that knee, you're sitting up on that block. Toes are bringing towards you. You can go 2 blocks if you need it. Okay. Give yourself a fighting chance. Inhale and lift and rise. Exhale, gently hinge forward. It's a little different sensation. Is that okay on the knee, Tino? No? Get out of there then. If that's too much, just go back to this. Go back to this guy. There you go. Bring it to the inside and then just fold forward. Just exploring a little bit. If it doesn't work for you, don't do it. All right, stay for one more breath. Walk fingertips back in. Go ahead and remove the blocks. And we're going to work through that entire same thing from the other side. So now we have the right heel in, left leg forward. Inhale to rise. Exhale to fall. Want a little deeper, you can go for that twist by grabbing for the outside of that leg, thigh, foot.
Which one? Always put that forward.
So we got the left leg forward. I know this was kind of a little twisty, weird, pretzely thing. Right? Yeah, we're kind of worked our way back to the second side now. All right, take one more breath here. Begin to walk fingertips back up and in. You're going to kind of bend that knee, slide the right heel towards the glute. You're going to take that front leg, bend the knee, and then rest that top of the ankle right in the crease of that foot. All right, inhale to find length. Exhale, twist from the base, back around. Ancient sage twist. Yeah. Take another breath, find some length. Exhale, look over that shoulder, deepen. Gently begin to unwind yourself. All right, right leg comes forward. Sit yourself up on that block. Left knee is bent. Or the inside of the thigh again. Inhale to find length. Exhale, fold yourself in. It's kind of a funky little twist thing. I know we do a lot of the same kind of twists. I wanted to bring a little something new. And obviously anything new in yoga is awkward. Anything new in yoga is just like, what is this? So a little practice, we'll mix it in. Look for the center of the glute. Yeah. Just a little different intensity. All right, wherever you are, let's take one more breath here, guys. Exhale, fold in a little deeper. Go ahead and bring yourself back up. Release yourself out of that as gracefully as you can. Easy on the knees. Let's go ahead and bring soles of the feet together. Slide them in towards that pelvis, coming into Baddha Konasana. Roll shoulders back, open, chest comes forward. You can grab for the ankles, you can grab for big toes with peace fingers. And just use that leverage to open up the chest. Deep breath into the hips. Stay here, or if you'd like, exhale, you can begin to fold forward. Maybe to elbows. Maybe crown of the head comes down and in, whatever feels good and safe. Take a nice, slow, deep, gradual breath in. Exhale, deepen, fold a little bit, deepen the intensity. Right, fingertips back in. Go ahead and reach for the outer knees. Give yourself a little bit of help here. Slide the feet forward. We'll go ahead and come all the way back onto the back. Just a little quick wind down here. If you're getting just obliterated by the bugs, come up to a seat. And options for your Shavasana park. You want to take a seated Shavasana if you got something to put over your face. But before we get into that, just draw the knees in towards the chest. Just bring the thighs in towards the ribs. Go ahead and wrap around. Give yourself a nice little squeeze. The tailbone's going to want to pop up. So just drag and drop the tailbone down towards the earth. Same thing as kind of doing that little tilt in the pelvis. Take a slow, deep inhale. Relax everything. And then on the exhale, squeeze the thighs in towards the ribs a little deeper. Kind of rotate side to side. Feel those hip points get a little extra love there. Massage that low back. And then we'll go ahead and keep that right knee in. Extend the left leg long. Push out through the heel. Take the left arm out to a T. No, right arm out to a T. Left hand across the knee. Take an inhalation through the crown. And on that exhale, draw that right knee across the body. Keep the contact points of the shoulders down as much as you can. If they pop up a little bit, that's all good. Just want to have a nice firm foundation. That's the first. A nice big inhale. If you want to deepen, take the gaze to the opposite side by lifting over to the right palm. Inhale into that low back. Exhale, draw the knee across the body just a little more. We'll stay here for one more breath. And take your time, slowly unwind. Head comes first. Shoulders next, all the way down to the hips. Bring those knees back up into the chest. Get yourself centered. Little rock side to side. And we'll keep that left knee squeezed in. Right leg goes long. Left arm out to the T. And we'll use the right arm. Take a deep inhale and then begin to track that knee across the body. Coming into that twist second side. Want to deepen by looking over that opposite shoulder, the opposite way you're twisting. Stay there for one more breath. Then begin to unwind yourself, starting with the head all the way down to the tail. All right, let's take a final asana, happy baby. Heels up to the sky. Reach and grab for the outer edge of the feet. Your tailbone is going to sort of pop up there. So draw the tailbone back down to the ground. Open up through the hips. And then just squeeze and draw those knees down towards the armpits. So gentle rock side to side. Little Buddha smile. A nice inhale there. And on your exhale, make your way into Shavasana. So if you want to go ahead and take your Shavasana on your back, extend the legs long, let the ankles just fall open. If you want to come up to a seated position, you might have a few less bugs out here. Place something over the face. Whatever you can do to just find a little bit of peace. You're on your back, just let those ankles fall open and let that opening just travel right up the legs into the hip points, into the pelvis. You're at a seated position. Just feel your heart line up over the hips, and your head over the heart. Nothing left to do here, but just enjoy the benefits of our practice. Just a few final resting moments. Just let the heartbeat settle into the chest. Let the breath be soft. Let the belly be soft. Just do a final observation, a little body scan. Are you holding any tension? The back of the jaw or the throat? See if you have a crease in the brow. Place the tip of the tongue towards the back of the teeth, the roof of the mouth. If anything draws you out of this moment, just return to that guide, the breath. Let it keep that gaze internal. Just be here for a few final resting moments with the benefits of our practice. Allow me to call you back. Softly begin to deepen the breath. Welcome sensation back into the body. Micro movements, raising the eyebrows and moistening the lips. Little wiggle of fingers and toes. If you're on the back, you can slide the ankles together. Maybe take a full body stretch. If you're seated, maybe a little full body stretch by reaching the fingertips up, back over the head, maybe grabbing for opposite elbows. Take a nice, deep, slow, gradual breath in. If you're on the back, go ahead and bring the knees back up into the chest. If you're seated, palms slide down to the heart. If you're seated, go ahead and roll over to one side and we'll meet you up in an easy seat. Take your time getting there. Keep that gaze soft or the eyes closed. Just let the palms rest on the thighs, face up here. Just take one final moment of observation. Notice how the body feels from where you began practice. Hopefully a little bit of quieting of the mind, of that ego. Just notice the moment. Sensation of temperature on your skin. Sounds around you. Sound of your soft breath. Sensations. Your tail rooted firmly to the ground, holding you up. That reach in the crown and length of the spine. And that soft rhythmic breath, the rhythm of life flowing through us, connecting these two opposing forces. This is the union. This is the yoga. Inhale, we'll rise up. Fingertips to touch. Exhale, gently slide them down the center line of the body. Nestle them firmly against the heart space. Just take a moment here to thank yourself. Self-care, self-love and exploration. I'd like to thank you for allowing me to guide you throughout your practice this morning. From my heart to yours, the light in me honors that divine light in each and every one of you. Everybody have a wonderful day. Namaste. Acknowledge your fellow yogis. Thank you, everyone. Good to see everybody on Zoom. Good to see you, Casey.